press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, we have been discussing about the chapter heat. In the last class we have studied what is this heat transfer and its modes of heat transfer. The modes of heat transfer are conduction, convection and radiation. In the last class we have briefly discussed what is conduction and convection. Okay, so conduction is the transfer of heat from one object to another without the movement of molecules, and convection is the transfer of heat from one object to another with the movement of molecules. And let us now see what is natural convection. Now here's a question: why does land heats up quicker than water bodies during daytime? Okay. Yes, we know that during daytime usually what happens, the land area, okay, the land heats up quickly than water. Yes, during the daytime. How does this happen? Yes, if this is the land, okay, let us consider this as land, okay. This is land. Usually we can see this in coastal areas where we can differentiate easily, you know, land and water bodies. Water bodies can be ocean, etc. Okay, so this land heats up, okay, quicker than the water. Okay, why does this happen? It's because, okay, these sun rays, okay, when falls on the earth, that is both on land and water bodies, what happens? This land absorbs more heat than the water bodies. Okay, when this land absorbs more heat, it gets heated up quicker. So when this land is heating up quicker, okay, then there is heat transfer. Okay, whenever there is temperature difference, there is heat transfer. Okay, so when this land heats up quickly, so what happens? The air, okay, the air present, the air molecules present here gets heated up. Okay, the air molecules present on the land surface get heated up and they move upwards, they move above. Okay, they move above, and like I said, this part is more hotter than the water surface. So the whatever the air is present here, okay, on the water above the water surface, it is the cooler ones. So what happens? These air molecules travels to the hotter region. Okay, again this air gets heated up, again the air goes up. Okay, and again this air travels. So there is a cycle, it keeps on happening continuously. Okay, again this air moves. Okay, again because of the sun rays, this part gets heated up. Okay, again there is a movement of air, and again here the cooler region, that the cooler air molecules move towards the land surface. Okay, so there is a cycle of this happening here with the movement of air molecules. Okay, so there is a heat transfer all around the surface due to the movement of air molecules. Okay, this is nothing but convection. Since this is happening naturally, this is called natural convection. Okay, so what happens? There is this cycle of movement of air molecules. Okay, there is this cycle of movement of air molecules. Like I said, due to the temperature difference, there is a movement of air molecules or particles from the water region or the surface of the water to the land. Okay, the air molecules which moves from water to the land is called sea breeze. Okay, clear? The air molecules move from cooler part of the water surface to the hotter region of this land surface. So that air molecules, that particles are nothing but, that wind is nothing but the sea breeze. This happens, okay, the sea breeze is present, or we can see this only during daytime. Okay, remember sea breeze can be seen only during daytime. It's because only during the daytime the land is gets hot or gets heated up quicker than that of this water surface. Okay, so this since this happens due to the movement of air molecules, there is a heat transfer. That is the reason it is the natural convection. What exactly is convection? The transfer of heat due to the movement of molecules, right? Yes, we can clearly see there is a movement of molecules. So it is the natural convection. This happens during the daytime. So what happens at night? Okay, during night, yes, there is no sun, and exactly opposite happens. Like I said, this land, okay, the land surface heats up quickly because it absorbs more heat compared to the water. Okay, likewise, when this land heats up quickly, likewise it cools up quickly. Okay, so during night time, this is the region which is cold. Yes, when this is cold, yes, of course this region is hotter. Okay, it's because water surface or water molecules do not easily cools up. Okay, the land surface, as it quickly gets heated up, the same way it gets easily cools up. Okay, so since it cools down very easily, this is the cooler region and this is the hotter one. So now the transfer or the movement of air molecules is from the other side. When this is hot, this hotter air, the movement of molecules is somewhat like this. Oh, clear? The opposite happens. During the night time, what happens? The air moved from the land to water, right? But here the hotter region is water. So basically it starts from here. Here the hotter region is water. So the air molecules moves from this region to this. Okay? And again there is movement of air molecules. There again this cycle goes on. So here what happens? The cooler region is, the cooler air is moving from land to water. Okay, the air which moves from land to water during the night is called the land breeze. Okay, what is this land breeze? Land breeze is the air molecules which moves from land, the cooler region, that is the land from land to water. Okay, from land to the water bodies. This occurs at night time. Okay, so the movement of air molecules from the land surface to the water is land breeze. Okay, that is from land. That is from land. That is the land breeze, which happens during night time. So what is the sea breeze? there was the movement of air molecules from water, okay, water to the land. That happens during the daytime, right? So this land breeze is nothing but the movement of air molecules from the cooler region, okay. Here the cooler part is land, okay. During the sea breeze, the cooler part was sea, okay. So remember, sea breeze happens during daytime and land breeze happens during night time, okay. So this is about the natural convection. Okay, so till now we have discussed about both conduction and convection, right? Okay, we have discussed briefly about this conduction and convection. We now know in conduction there is no movement of molecules, and convection happens with the movement of molecules. One more thing to be remembered here is there is a medium from which the heat transfer takes place, right? So remember the example, the ball example I told you. Here's a boy, and when he has to give the ball to the other boy, okay, in the first case, yes, if this is the ball and if he has to give this ball to the other boy, in the first case what we took as example is he might place his friends, okay, that was, you know, they'll pass from hand to hand, yeah, and there is no movement of any of these boys, okay, there is just passing of this ball. That is nothing but the we related it to the conduction. And in convection we made a boy stand in between and he went all the way to this boy and he gave the ball. That is convection. And the other example what I gave is this boy, okay, throws or throws the ball to this boy without any one in between, okay, there is no one in between, there is nothing in between, okay, he just catches this boy to this ball to this boy, okay. So this is nothing but, you know, heat is transferred from this boy to the other boy without any medium in between. That is nothing but radiation. Okay, the heat transfer without any medium in between is called radiation, right? In conduction and convection we have seen many examples like heating up of pan or heating up of water, you know, or you know the surface around the above the candle, right? There is a convection, there is a movement of gas molecules. Okay, likewise we have seen many examples. There are also examples, okay, radiation also does occurs in our day-to-day life. That is the heat transfer without the medium, okay. So let us study in detail about this radiation. Yes, radiation is nothing but the transfer of heat from one object to the other without any medium. Okay, there is nothing in between. There is just a mode of the movement of heat. Okay, and the best example we could give is the sun rays falling to the earth. Okay, is there any medium in between sun and earth? No, it's just vacuum. Okay, if this is the sun and here is our earth, yes, we have this heat, we have this temperature, all because of the sun, right? Okay, so whatever the temperature sun is having, that is transferred to this earth. That is why there is a temperature or heat in our atmosphere. So how does this happen? How does this heat transfers to this earth? Okay, yes, of course these rays falls down to the earth without any medium. Okay, and this heat transfer takes place by the electromagnetic waves, or also called EM waves. Okay. In this example, here the sun rays are falling to the earth. That is, the heat is transferred from this object to this. That is the sun from sun to the earth by electromagnetic waves. So how does this happen? It is by the electromagnetic waves. Okay. So these are the waves which travel or propagate even in vacuum. Vacuum means it's empty space that even air is not present there. So these magnetic waves can even travel in vacuum. Okay, and they can travel with the speed of light. That is 3 × 10⁸ meter per second. That is very, very fast, right? Hence, this is the fastest. Okay, fastest mode of heat transfer. As you can clearly see, here the electromagnetic waves travels with the speed of light, that is 3 × 10⁸ meter per second. Okay, so this transfer of heat, okay, is the fastest mode of heat transfer. And here the heat is transferred because of these electromagnetic waves. Okay, and there is no medium in between. Hence, it is the radiation mode of heat transfer. You learn more about this electromagnetic waves in your higher classes. For now, just know that the heat transfer from sun to earth is because of this electromagnetic waves. Okay. Now let us see what is this thermal radiation. Okay. All hot bodies emit heat. And this heat is called thermal radiation. Okay, so all hot bodies radiate or emit heat, and this radiated heat, okay, this heat is called thermal radiation. Okay, now here, as I mentioned, all bodies, okay, all hot bodies emit heat. Okay, no, like heat is emitted. Okay, whatever the hot body or hot object you come across, heat is radiated or emitted from that. Okay, what I am trying to say is not only the objects. Okay, we human beings. Okay, we too have a kind of temperature, right? We too are hot bodies. Okay, that means heat is even radiated or emitted from our bodies, right? So it's not only the objects, only which emit or radiate heat. It is also like even we human beings radiate or emit heat to the surroundings. For example, in a room, room of any size, if you are sitting alone, if there is a room and you are sitting alone, you are all comfortable, you will feel, yes, you are very comfortable sitting in a room. But if in the same room, if there are some 10 people around you, so what happens? You will feel suffocated, right? Why is it so? It's because everyone emits heat, Since the heat, the room gets heated up, since everyone is emitting heat or radiating heat from their bodies, you will feel hot, So we can say, by this example, we can clearly say that human beings do radiate or emit heat, And another one example is, take a hot cup of coffee, right? Here's a hot cup of coffee. You just keep it for a while, You just keep leave the hot cup of coffee on the table for a while. So after some time, what happens? It cools up by itself, right? That is, it emits heat to the surrounding, So that is nothing but it is radiating or emitting heat. So anything, whatever the hot object, whatever the hot object we come across, every object does emit heat from its body. Clear? So what happens to this heat after it gets emitted? Now I am saying every body or all the objects and all the human beings emit heat. Yes, they do emit heat. But what happens once the heat is emitted out? So when, where does this heat go? That's the question. Yes, when one object is emitting heat, that heat is, observed by the other object. What's happening is, see, when one body is emitting heat, so where does that heat go? That is, that heat is either observed, it is either observed or reflected or transmitted. Clear? It is either observed, the heat from one object, the heat emitted from one object is either observed by the other object or reflected or transmitted. So what happens when heat is observed? If this is some body or some object, yes, there is a heat, there is emission of heat from the other object, and this object observes heat, this object observes heat. That means when it is observing heat, it becomes more hot, right? So when this object is observing heat, it becomes more hot. This is absorption. And if there is one body, and this reflects heat, this is reflection. It doesn't observe the heat, instead it reflects to the surrounding. And there is also transmission. When there is heat emitted from the object and it does not either reflect nor it absorbs, what it does is it transmits the heat to this another object. Here's another object. So what happens when the heat is emitted from or taken up from this one object? It neither reflects nor the object absorbs the heat. What it does it transmits the same heat, it transmits to the other object. So these three are the cases we can see when one object is emitting heat and the other is either observing the heat or reflecting or transmitting. So this is about the radiation. Clear? So radiation is nothing but the heat transfer. It is nothing but the heat transfer without any medium. Okay. Remember, conduction and convection occurs due to the there is a medium. Okay, there is a medium from which the heat passes from one object to another, and of course in conduction there is no movement of molecules, in convection there is movement of molecules. And the important thing you got to remember here is in radiation there is heat transfer without any medium. There is no medium in between one and the other object. Clear? And what is this thermal radiation? All hot bodies emit heat. Whatever the hot body is, either the non-living or living, okay, whatever the hot body is, it emits heat. Okay, it emits heat from the body to the surrounding. Okay, and this heat, okay, all bodies emit heat, and this heat is called thermal radiation. Okay, so when I am saying everybody emits heat, okay, so what happens to this heat is, it is either observed or transmitted or reflected by the other objects. Okay, so this is about the radiation. Okay, so this is all for today's class. In this class we have learned what is the natural convection, how does it happen, right? During the daytime what happens? The land heats up quicker. So the question is, why exactly land heats up quicker? It's because land absorbs heat. Okay, we have seen that whenever the object is absorbing heat, it becomes hot, right? When it absorbs heat, it becomes hot. Okay, so that is the reason land becomes hot quicker. But whereas this water when it is getting the heat from the sun, it reflects heat. Okay, when the water reflects heat, it does not become that hot, or only a less amount of heat is absorbed, so it is cooler than the land. Okay, this happens during the daytime, and there is a movement of air molecules from the cooler region, that is the water, to the land. That is what we call sea breeze. Okay, this happens during the daytime, and the same during the night time. The land, since it easily heats up, the same way it cools up quickly. Okay, so the cooler region during the night is land itself. Okay, so the air, it travels from cooler region to this hotter region. Okay, so that movement of air molecules from land to water, that is from cooler region to the hotter region, is the land breeze. Okay, this happens, land breeze occurs during the night time. Okay, yes, since there is a movement of molecules and there is a heat transfer from both the regions, that is natural convection. And we have seen one more type of mode of heat transfer, that is radiation. Remember, radiation is no transfer of heat without any medium. Okay, and we have seen what is thermal radiation and what happens to the heat when it is emitted out in the surrounding. Okay, either it is observed or reflected or transmitted. Okay, so this is all about the heat transfer and modes of heat transfer. Thank you.